with Matt Hazel and Zach Pascal back deep for the Redskins, and we are underway in Tampa. The Redskins will start from there. It was moved from Thursday to Wednesday due to the storms. This is Samaje Perine on first down on the handoff from Sudfeld.
Of his game is becoming a tight end or a fullback. They really, you know, Niles is one of those guys again.
Offense, 5-yard penalty. Second down.
Gives the coaches a lot of players to choose from.
Sudfeld from the shotgun on second down. Catch is made at the 27-yard line by Brian Quick. Third down and 7. Redskins must get to the 35-yard line for a first down. As Sudfeld dumps it off, and the Redskins do pick up the first. It's Maurice Harris, Charlie Casserly from the 38 off the play fake. Sudfeld's pass is caught, taken across midfield by the rookie tight end out of Arkansas, the 5th-round draft pick Jeremy Sprinkle for a gain of 15. Redskins now in Bucs territory. This is Perine, and he's hit for a loss. Darius Clanton. 3 wide receivers set. Second down and 12. Sudfeld to the near side. Catch is made by Matt Hazel. Spent last season on the practice squads of the Bills and the Redskins. 7-yard line for a first. Sudfeld again from the shotgun. Steps up. Nowhere to go. Down he goes back at the 45-yard line. Hunted away. Tress Way. On his 45-yard line. Bernard Reedy will let it go. And it will be down inside the 5-yard line. Now playing on his 7th different NFL team. Starts tonight. And a big hole. Peyton Barber takes it out to the 15 for a gain of 11 and a Buccaneers first down. Check in with our referee, Craig Rolstad.
Delay game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Wanted to play in this game. We featured Nico Marley early. DeShazer Everett looks like he'll wind up probably starting at the safety position until Sua Cravens gets healthy enough to be able to play.
Another penalty marker. Our starting lineups brought to you by Bud Light, famous among friends.
Offense, number 70. The penalty's half the distance to the goal.
It's a hold.
Replay.
Mike Lidke.
We shall see. Back up to you guys.
All right, thanks, Clinton. We will keep a close eye on Nico Marley tonight. Here is Fitzpatrick out of the end zone, firing downfield. And the pass is just out of the reach of Chris Godwin, the impressive rookie 3rd-round pick.
Former Redskins.
Yes. Second down and 19. This is Barber. Barber out to the 14-yard line before he was dragged down by DeShazer Everett. Gain of 10. The 24 for a first down. Fitzpatrick's pass sails away from Godwin.
37 Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Preseason game number 4. Brian Anger punting from his 2-yard line. Maurice Harris calls for the fair catch. Excellent field position for the Redskins, their 2nd offensive series. On special teams, it was Jamison Crowder. All recognized at the welcome home luncheon. Perine in the backfield from the 46-yard line on second down. Sudfeld with time. Pass incomplete, intended for the tight end.
12 TD. The man's a touchdown machine.
Over 4,000 career rushing yards. 3rd down and 10. Sudfeld to the outside. And reaching, attempting to pick up the first down is Matt Hazel.
Will make this football team and will be an asset in short yardage and goal line situations.
Incredible numbers. Hazel did pick up the first.
Quicker.
Second down and 9. Sudfeld under pressure. Gets rid of it quickly there. And then stumbling forward with it is Perine.
But there are 31 other teams that are going to see your film.
Movement prior to the snap.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense, number 96. 5-yard penalty. Still, third down.
Matt Brown in the backfield, third down and 1. From the Bucs 35, it's Brown, and he will pick up the first. So the Redskins again, 39 yards on the ground in the preseason finale here in Tampa 1 year ago tonight. This is P-Ride to the Buccaneers, 30, gain of 2. Remember, that game was moved up to a Wednesday due to the storms. P-Ride in the backfield. Sudfeld fires far side. Again looking for the tight end, Garner. 3 receivers set. Sudfeld throws, and the Redskins again pick up a first down. It's Matt Hazel, but there is a flag.
Number 60. 10-yard penalty replay.
Vincent Painter.
To your screen, number 60, setting up. You get the arm wrapped around the neck, you've got no chance. John Kling, all those guys getting a chance to show.
Sudfeld swings it out on third down at 18. It's the tight end, E.J. Bibbs.
Only 3 for 7, though, during the regular season last year.
From the left hash, Hopkins from 53 yards out. He nails it.
To be able to make the 53-man roster, not just make the practice squad, but to make the 53-man roster for this team.
Second possession for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. First and 10, 25-yard line. On the delay, it is Peyton Barber, who has had some nice runs.
What I have to do to be the best player I can be long term, I mean, I want everything you can possibly get as a defensive lineman: Super Bowls, Hall of Fames, MVP, all that stuff. But
one of the end positions, and I think can be a real impact player and help Ryan Kerrigan out a lot.
On third down and 2, as the Buccaneers, and he stopped Austin Johnston just short, so it will be fourth down and inches.
Root out the defensive line of the Redskins.
Buccaneers will pick up the first down. They're getting back to Jonathan Allen by the Redskins.
They never thought he was going to be there.
No.
Concerns about injury, but he's been healthy as can be.
17th overall. Pass intended for Godwin. Skins with a 3-0 lead. From the 36-yard line, Barber, a stutter step, and then he is dropped back at the 30-yard line. There is a flag.
Tripping. Offense, number 77. That penalty is declined. The result of the play is third down.
It's a tripping call. Caleb Benenoch. Penalty is declined. 24, Redskins 3 of 5 on third down.
1 passing yard for the Bucs. Good job by the Redskin defense.
Fitzpatrick throws on third down, and it's broken up. DeShazer Everett coming up to make the play.
What a wonderful job of reading the quarterback. See him come from the left side of your screen just out of nowhere. There goes the break on the ball. Possibly would have been caught. Probably will wind up starting at strong safety, or at one of the safety positions in the open.
Against the Eagles a week from Sunday. Their catch called for at the 22-yard line by Maurice Harris. There is a flag.
During the kick, holding, return team, number 46, number 45. 10-yard penalty from the end of the kick, first down.
Last year, first and 10, 12-yard line. Off the fake to Matt Brown. Sudfeld fires over the middle. It's a first down out to the 27-yard line to
get on the football field and play in games to get himself really in condition.
Second down and 10 as Sudfeld swings it out. It's the tight end Garner. Out across the 30. Sudfeld down 9 and 11. Redskins must get to the 37 for a first down. Along the sideline, nice catch. It's pulled in by Brian Quick. Good way, he said. Kirk Cousins and Colt McCoy are so selfish about reps during OTA's preseason, regular season that it's tough for the third-string quarterback to get in a rhythm.
I was that way.
Second down and 4 for the Redskins from the 44-yard line. As Sudfeld fires downfield, it's Matt Hazel who makes the catch.
Bags the toes.
23-yard connection. Now it is Brown, cuts to the outside, turns the corner. Mac Brown inside the 25 of the Buccaneers. Jones split wide to the right as the Redskins empty the backfield. 2nd down and 1. A rare incompletion for Sudfeld. He was looking for Maurice Harris. Mac Brown in the backfield. 3rd down and 1. This is Brown. And he's bottled up.
Young men and young women go off to defend our freedoms.
Absolutely. 4th down and 1. Sudfeld in trouble. Dumps it off. And the Bucs will take over on downs following the pressure by the rookie out of LSU, Kendall Beckwith.
Play fake to the left. Does a nice job of staying back, holding off. Nate's trying real hard. Can't get it up, can't get it out. I have to live up to the names of the guys that are there. Goldston. Different individuals.
Now Fitzpatrick under pressure, rolling to his right. He was being chased by Pete Robertson on car insurance. 2nd down and 7 after Fitzpatrick gained 3. Pass caught out at the 30-yard line, and then right there to make the tackle is Pete Robertson.
Did not know that.
3rd down and 2. A miscommunication there. And the Bucs go 3 and out. They'll punt it away. Good kick, forcing Harris all the way back to the 13-yard line. Harris, 8-yard return out to the 21 before in the first half. 1st and 10 from the 21-yard line. Sudfeld with time. Fires to the outside, and the pass sails incomplete. He was looking for Quick.
We took.
On 2nd and 10, it's Matt Jones out across the 30. Nice run. It's Jones, and Matt Jones will pick up a 1st down. New set of downs for the Redskins. From the 32-yard line again, it's Jones. Gain of 4 out to the 36. 2nd down and 6. Sudfeld fires, and it's Matt Hazel picks up the 1st down in Bucs territory.
Good.
1st and 10 from the Bucs 42. The handoff to Jones. Another nice run. 7 yards to the 35.
Good quickness.
3 wide receiver set. 2nd down and 4. Joe, as you would hope, they keep feeding Matt Jones. That's his 5th carry of this drive.
And I like the fact that, Jay Gruden's given him a chance to be able to run the football. He's given his offensive line a chance to step up.
Mac Brown returns to the backfield. 3rd down and 1, and Brown will pick up a 1st down.
He runs angry. Oh, he just, somebody hits him. It's like, get out of my way. I'm still going forward. Mentality.
Redskins, Joe, 6 of 9 on 3rd down tonight. Here's Brown once again. Found a hole and works his way to the Buccaneers' 20-yard line, gain of 8. Redskins started this drive at their own 21-yard line. They are on the move. This is Brown on 2nd and 2. And Brown has another Redskins 1st down. 11 1st downs for the Redskins. Bucs with only 2. This is Jones, and nowhere to go that time as Cameron Lynch comes up to make the play. Fat Rob, of course, is Rob Kelly, affectionately known as Fat Rob. Sudfeld throws on 2nd down. And the catch is made inside the 10-yard line by the tight end, Vanessa Garner.
Kenny.
This is Jones on the handoff from Sudfeld. There is a flag as Jones takes it in for a Redskins touchdown, but we'll check with referee Craig Rolstad.
Holding. Offense. Number 74. 10-yard penalty. Replay. 1st down.
Has come back and worked real hard.
Now 1st and goal from the 17 as Sudfeld sets up the screen. It's Brown, but it does not fool the Tampa Bay Bucs defense. This will be the 14th play of the drive for the Redskins. On 2nd and goal, Sudfeld flushed out to the right. Inside the 20, dragged out of bounds. 7 minutes. 3rd and goal. Sudfeld surveying. Looks to dump it off underneath to Jones. And now the Redskins will send the field goal unit back out from the right hash. Tress Way places it down. And Hopkins' kick is no good. Wide to the right. His first miss of the preseason. A minute and a half to go. New quarterback in the game for the Buccaneers. It is the rookie out of Colorado, Sefo Liufau.
This is family night between the Bucs and the Redskins.
On 2nd and 9, out to the 32-yard line. The rookie out of Boise State, 5th-round draft pick. 3rd down and 4. Liufau looking to throw. And he takes a hard hit at the 33-yard line.
Nowhere during the preseason has anybody played this much football.
Right. Short kick, taken out the 6 by Bobo Wilson. Wilson out across the 30, a stiff arm, and finally wrestled down. Liufau remains in at quarterback. We expect him to go the rest of the way. McNichols takes the handoff. Good second effort out across the 40. 2nd down and 8. Liufau, quick release, and a terrific tackle made on Bernard Reedy. His first year as Redskins defensive coordinator. Liufau under pressure, and the Bucs will punt it away.
Play.
Now there is a flag. The late flag was thrown, so the Redskins defense will have to stay out on the field. We spent too many games together, Joe.
They get another. That's right, we have.
2 first downs for Tampa Bay in the first half. From the 43-yard line.
There's 4 games in there are going to be challenges. Each one of those teams should be better this year.
3rd down and 9 coming up for the Bucs.
Take a look at the second half again. Quarterbacks.
Buccaneers have not converted on 3rd down tonight. Liufau under pressure. Down he goes. There is a flag. 2 flags thrown. Sack back at the 35-yard line. Embu and Robertson.
Could be.
Personal foul. Defense, number 78, face mask.
So Embu grabbed the
That's
face
a 15-yard
mask
penalty.
of
An automatic
Sefo
first
Liufau.
down.
And be fixed.
It's perfect.
Yeah, right. We have been together too long.
So another defensive penalty, and now it is McNichols once again.
Embu is getting up the field, doing a good job. We haven't seen a lot out of Anthony Lanier yet. McClure, I think, has done an excellent job in the secondary.
Bench only on the field for 8 minutes in the first half. 3rd down and 3. Redskins control the clock. McNichols cuts to the outside. He has a first down. There's another flag.
Come from the offside.
Holding. Offense, number 61. 10-yard penalty. Replay. 3rd down.
Josh Allen.
Dirk's going to have what he wants. The running back situation still up in the air for him with Doug Martin suspended for the first 3 games. Good job in the secondary.
Redskins 7th-round pick in 2014 from the left hash. Not even close. Nate Sudfeld and the Redskins start from the 46-yard line. Sudfeld on 1st down, firing downfield. He was looking for the tight end Garner, Isaiah Johnson.
Speaking of the Buccaneers, there's Doug Williams' name up in the Ring of Honor here in Tampa Stadium. Of course, Doug now assuming the position of Vice President of the Ring after all he went through to be able to be a quarterback in this league.
One of the good guys. This is James Quick. Nice spin move, and he's into Buccaneers territory.
Once
on 2nd and 4, it's Brown. Brown lost the football. Buccaneers say they have it. And they do.
Battling for position, you see the ball roll out. You have to protect the football. Can you sing?
You don't want to hear it.
Me neither. I'm not the one who can sing either. It's
A terrific event.
Great team. And one of the tweets we saw in the first half was, now we get to see a little bit of depth in this football team. And I think we're going to get a chance to do that.
Josh Harvey Clemens. Blue foul on 3rd down and 9. Under pressure again. There's a penalty marker. Blue foul down at the 47.
Away from their
Holding.
quarterback.
Offense, number 77. That penalty is declined. The result of the play is 4th down.
Waiting inside the 10-yard line. Harris catches it at the 16.
Good job.
It's like, wow, this guy worked extremely hard. He was exciting to watch, and now he's gone. But, for most guys, it's a great opportunity for them to go somewhere else because they get a chance to start and new beginnings for them.
As a strong point of the Washington Redskins, the tight end position, yourself, Jordan Reed, now it's Paul.
It's also a great environment, a great group of guys, especially when it comes to the tight end position. Jordan Reed, now it's Paul. I mean, I couldn't pick a better place.
So the league is going away from veterans. You've been in this league almost 25 years. You almost outplayed Joe. How good does that feel?
Reignited his career. I think been a big asset for this football team.
One of the all-time greats at his position. Here's Mac Brown after the 22-yard pickup on the end around by Zach Pascal.
Quarterback's perspective. I have to know what you're going to do.
Here's Brown once again. Picks up 2. Vernon Davis. Kenny Hilliard in the backfield for the first time tonight. Set up to the right of Sudfeld. 2nd down and 8. As Sudfeld throws, and that pass 3rd down and 8. Sudfeld fires downfield, too far for Robert Davis.
That was a predetermined throw.
Will punt it away with Bernard Reedy back deep for the Bucs.
Ah, look at that thing. That is so beautiful. Turns over.
There is a flag. Punt bounces into the end zone.
I don't care. That's just a punt returns as
During the
opposed
kick.
to wearing out a kicker's
Holding.
leg.
Return team number 41.
He's also an entrepreneur. He invented a
Penalty
board
be
game.
half the distance from the touchback spot. 1st down. Timeout.
All hoping to make the team. If not, it's out on film for the 31 other clubs.
Yeah,
9 different receivers for the Redskins tonight. Have caught passes. 2nd down and 6. 5 minutes remaining, 3rd quarter with Sefo Liufau in at quarterback for the Bucs. It is McNichols out to the 25 for the Tampa Bay Bucs. From the 25-yard line again, it's McNichols. Rookie tight end out of Alabama, 1st-round pick.
Seems like we talk about a lot of guys out of Alabama.
Again, it's Robertson with the pressure.
Robertson reminds me of Chris Carter. He makes catching the punts look very natural. Doesn't struggle with them, doesn't have to fight them. Does a really good job with them. Takes a peek down to see who's coming.
Calls for the fair catch, this time back at the 21. Another flag.
Fair
During the
catch,
kick.
but he's giving himself an
Return
opportunity to
team
run
number
if it's
25.
there.
It's a 10-yard penalty from the end of the kick. Be 1st down. Timeout.
Redskins start from their 12-yard line. On 1st down, Sudfeld handing it off to Brown. And Mac Brown is out to the 16 for a gain of 4.
This defense needed an upgrade at the safety position. You got to get one of the best safeties in the NFL. How much has that meant to you all?
It meant a lot. You know what I mean? We get to be aggressive and now knowing that we got a player that can play over top. Yep, and hopefully another guy can fill those shoes.
For you, Breland, you're in a position to go out and make a lot of money this season.
Of course I'm going with the Gamecocks, man. I think we'll get it this year.
Gamecocks beat Clemson finally. We'll see. Back up to you guys in the booth.
All right, thanks, Clinton. TJ Swearinger, South Carolina, Bashaud Breland. Dealer, hurry into the Honda Summer Clearance event at your local Honda dealer. Why settle for less than a Honda? Redskins pick up another 1st down in Buccaneers territory. It's Maurice Harris. Redskins terrific on 3rd down tonight, now 7 of 12. Good second effort by Brown.
How do you get out of that?
The Buccaneers thought they had him, and then Kenny Hilliard checks back in. Second down and 6. This is Hilliard. Hilliard stopped just shy of a first down, his first carry of the preseason. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Third down and 1. Sudfeld's pass is caught. And it's James Quick who picks up a Redskins first down.
Who stays and who goes?
New set of downs for the Redskins, 36-yard line. It's Brown inside the 30.
Instead of just calling the play, being, hey, make sure you push your depth on this one, which was a little bit too much for me last year.
Mac Brown picking up a few yards, but facility.
He's ready for the regular season. Hopkins hit from 53 earlier, also missed from 36. Now 2 for 3.
People that have gone down there to try and help with all their boats coming from so many different parts of the country. You know, you just can't say enough about the warmth of this country with all the things that everybody talks about that's going on in this country. You want to be able to do something, and you can help the American Red Cross by designating what you want the funds to go to.
That last check, J.J. Watt, over $12 million. A diving attempt. It's nearly picked off by Jeremiah McKinnon. Second and 10. 25-yard line. Blue foul for Russell Hansbrough. And Hansbrough picks up a first down out to the 38-yard line. Nico Marley the tackle.
You know, this year, but you know, we brought in some brought in Terrell Pryor's, and you know, we got some guys with myself, Ryan Grant, Josh Dotson, you know, some good guys. So I wouldn't say I'm the man. I'm just still trying to get better, man, and you know, be a better receiver.
It's great to stay humble, but how good has it been bringing Pryor into this fold to help you guys? Last year you were smaller receivers. All right, back up to you guys.
All right, thanks, Clinton. As Clinton was chatting with Jamison Crowder, Blue foul connecting with.
You have to challenge him. Watch him catch his foot. He touches his heel, but you just can't go casually by. I mean, you know, yet.
After review, the run was touchdown at the 22-yard line. It'll be first down and 10. Timer reset the game clock
Ball will be
to
spotted at the 22-yard line. It's a 40-yard connection from first and 10, 22-yard line for the Bucs. We still trail the Redskins 6-0. This is Hansbrough. Russell Hansbrough inside the 20 to the 19-yard line. Second down and 7. New foul rolling right under pressure from Lyndon Trail. He throws, and it's nearly intercepted by McClure.
There, McClure cut. Watch McClure. He's got this thing read perfectly, right through his hands, bounces off his hands.
Dion would have had it right.
Yeah, everybody. I mean, absolutely. Let the coaches know you can make them.
Third down and 7. As Rufal throws, and the catch is made.
Got to be big up front. Stop the run.
From the 11-yard line, it's Hansbrough. Inside the 10, down to the 8-yard line of the Redskins. Pipkins, the tackle.
Hopefully Junior Gillette can step in and pick up the slack for him.
On second and 8. Down goes Rufal back at the 19-yard line.
Yeah, Coach Minuski, he's not going to sit back. Take a look at me.
Third down and 18. Set up the screen to Hansbrough. And he will be wrestled down at the 11-yard line. There is a flag. Fish.
Illegal block in the back. Offense, number 82. That's a 10-yard penalty.
It's on the tight end, Anthony O'Clair.
Me, he's very explosive.
Third down and 28 as Rufal fires downfield. Again, it's McKinnon on the coverage. Pass intended for Wilson. Number 9 will place it down. Brian Anger.
That one's clean.
From 47, Hocker connects. Both teams looking forward to the start of the regular season. Redskins and Eagles next Sunday. Buccaneers will travel across the state to Miami. Whatever your summer brings, hurry into your nearest Jeep dealer for the clearance event of the summer. Sudfeld on first down fires out to the 42-yard line. It's Jamari Staples, the 10th Redskin to catch a pass today. 17 yards for the rookie out of Louisville. Jay Gruden's alma mater. Redskins pick up another first down.
And then the free agents that we brought in have a great character.
He's nailed it. I mean, that's the summation of what this football team has looked like. We've seen the fruits of his labor, and it's going to be a challenge with the new wide receivers outside, but you got some great guys in Jordan Reed and Jamison Crowder.
Back-to-back winning seasons for the first time in 2 decades.
Third downs are looking good.
Third down and 8. Sudfeld fires downfield. Jack Pascal, the intended receiver.
Oh, he had Zach Pascal. He wants this one back so bad.
That was Mariel Cooper on the coverage. He was in camp with the Redskins last year. Way's punt bounces into the end zone. There is a flag. So once again, we'll check with the referee, Craig Rolstad.
Illegal formation. Kicking team, not enough men on the line of scrimmage. That 5-yard penalty will be added to the touchback spot. First down, Tampa Bay. Timeout.
For opportunities.
Now the Bucs start from the 25-yard line. Lou Fowles pass is picked off. You said they would get one, Joe. And it's taken back the other way by Josh Harvey Clemens. Still on his feet. He's in. Touchdown.
Number 40, you see him set. Now he look him back. Looking for the receiver, turn around, find the ball, make a play.
Louisville returns it 41 yards for the game's first touchdown. Hopkins adds the extra point.
It's illegal, and he doesn't understand why, but you know, sometimes we don't understand things. We just have to play by the rules.
There's Bobo Wilson on the return. Cuts to the outside. Buccaneers back in offense from the 37-yard line. Blue foul to the outside. Pickup of 3 for the tight end.
9, LeGarrette Blount. Hadn't really had much of a preseason. Carson Wentz in his second year.
That pass nearly picked off by McKinnon. It hit the ground. Ruled incomplete.
And
Jay Gruden, by the way, will challenge that last play.
I think they get the Eagles twice in the first 7 games of the season. So there we go. Let's see if he gets it. Does he get under it?
Well, looks like he might have.
I think he does. But the opportunity is out there.
The ruling on the field stands as called. Incomplete pass. It'll be third down.
Like I said,
Third down and 7 for Tampa Bay. As Lou Fowl throws and they pick up the first down and more. It's Dante Dye in Redskins territory. Dual records at Colorado.
60 touchdown passes. The thing that concerns you is the 35 interceptions, but you know, and Dye wound up with 11 receptions last year and 1 touchdown. It's fair.
Second down and 4. We mentioned earlier his uncle is the throwing Samoan, the former Buck and Bengal, Jack Thompson. Taken down inside the 20 to the, on their 4 minutes on the clock. First and 10 from the Redskins 18. Lou foul to the near side. It's Dye again.
The Dallas Cowboys, that still remains to be seen.
6-game suspension under appeal. This is Hansbrough. He's taken down at the 10-yard line by Zach Vigil.
Speed with Torrey Smith.
Now third down and 2. As Lou Fowl throws to the end zone, touchdown. Bernard Reedy.
Watch the left part of your screen. They get mesmerized and hung up. The corner's supposed to be going back.
First offensive touchdown today for either side. Hocker the extra point.
Isn't a close chip shot anymore.
3-point lead for the Redskins as Mac Brown takes it out across the 21-yard line with exactly 3 minutes. On New York, Dak Prescott's second season, Carson Wentz second season, and of course Kirk Cousins here in Washington with the Redskins.
Yep, actually starting in his third year. Get a touchdown in the first quarter.
Here's Mac Brown up the middle. Out to the 17-yard line, gain of 6. Mac Brown, 62 yards on the ground for the Redskins tonight. Play action. Sudfeld, incomplete.
Oh, the
James
first
Quick.
The balls have really been in harm's way for him.
21 completions, 21 of 32. And there's another one, a first down. James Quick.
Get it.
I'm shocked you have not memorized the formula.
I read it once, and then I got a headache.
Well, Marty Aronoff has it.
Down. A lot of tough evaluations going forward for the coaches.
Brown plays of the game brought to you by FedEx Solutions that matter. Redskins now staring at a third down. Redskins will try and pick up a first down here and then run out the clock. It's Hilliard, and he stopped a yard shy.
2 guys out on the Gunners. They're going to try and set up a return if this isn't kicked into the end zone. Nice high punt.
Pinned deep once again.
In that rotation on the defensive line. A.J. Francis, Joey Embu.
Blue foul from the end zone. It's incomplete. You called the first one a couple of minutes before it happened. Blue foul hit on the pressure by Pete Robertson.
Showed himself extremely well in this game.
Now third down and 10. Blue foul throws, and that sails away from Darrell Walker.
You know, Captain Obvious is at it again.
Here's Lou Fowl on 4th and 10. And the Bucs pick up the first down. It's Westbrook.
Themselves back, keep everything in front of you. If you're the safeties and the corners, make sure everything stays in front of you.
Lou Fowl to the outside.
Don't let them get to the sidelines.
Bobo Wilson, 30-yard line. Lou Fowl on first down. Over the middle, it's complete. Another first down. It's Hansbrough out to the 41. 15 seconds remaining. Lou Fowl fires into Redskins territory. It's Westbrook. Lou Fowl with no time on the clock. To the end zone. It's knocked down.
Oh, they had a chance to intercept it.
Tevin Homer makes the play, and that will do it. The Redskins hang on and win their second straight. Desperation pass into the end zone. Homer getting a piece of it. Redskins finish the preseason 2-2. So Jay Gruden back in Tampa, where he's been many years on the Bucs staff.